Vergil Ortiz pulled it out, at least on my card. But go listen to him, though, and don't be surprised if it's some shenanigans on the scorecards. Let me tell you, I'm extremely impressed with Vergil Ortiz Jr. because leading into this fight, I admit, even though I didn't do a preview video, I would have said, I'm picking Madrimov because I didn't know if he was going to be able to cut off the ring, and he did. Something happened in round number 4 where Vergil Ortiz just woke up because let me tell you, Madrimov's style is not very pleasing because he does a lot of moving, a lot of dancing around, but come round number 8, 9, those dance moves were gone. So one of the most important things that a boxer should be able to do is cut off the ring. Another thing I'm going to say, and to get it out of the way, is Vergil Ortiz and Terrence Crawford fought Madrimov in 2 different fights. Vergil Ortiz went out there to put the belt to ass. He wasn't playing around. Straight pressure fighter. He was trying to take Madrimov out there to where Terrence Crawford fought him very cautiously and mixed it up with him when it comes to boxing skill. Either way, both got the win clearly over Israil Madrimov. So we're going to be listening to the cards, and do not be surprised if it's some shenanigans. But the problem with Madrimov is he does all that mental taxing on you when he's doing his moving around and the feints and trying to get into a rhythm. But while he's doing that, his punch output is extremely low. Yeah, the other fighter's punch output is extremely low because you can't catch him. But it's a style that can get him into trouble late in fights where he has to play catch up, to where round number 10, I knew it was going to be a Vergil Ortiz fight because Madrimov was stationary. And as you can see by these highlights, he was standing right there in front of Madrimov. I mean, in front of Vergil Ortiz, so which means he was number 1, gassed out. Number 2, he had to pick up where he left off. I mean, he had to pick up the momentum to come back on the scorecards because his team was telling him, listen, you got to catch up. So this has huge implications on the 154-pound division. And I got to be honest, I'm sold on Vergil Ortiz. I didn't want to say it before because I didn't see enough, but Vergil Ortiz is a special fighter. You know, not many fighters can do that. Let's listen to the cards.
Who's got this one?
Expect some shenanigans. Let's go see what they're saying on social media. Please take your time out. Drop a like. Likes still matter on YouTube, and subscribe. Listen in.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 12 rounds of boxing, we go to the judges' scorecards. Judge Kevin Parker scores it 117 to 111. And both judges, Guido Cavalieri and Barry Lindemann, are in agreement. They both scored the same, 115 to 113.
I can see that because Vergil needed the 12th round for me. Let's see who got it.
And still, WBC,
my man, the right man won.
Vergil Ortiz Jr.
Hopefully we get a post-fight interview. The right man won. I got to mute that. Amazing win for Vergil Ortiz. Obviously, clearly the biggest win. Oh, they're glitching out on the zone. The biggest win of Vergil Ortiz's career. By the way, these Saudi crowds are getting a little bit better. They're starting to get there. So let's go look at the rankings. Well, let's go look at Vergil Ortiz. Now, 23. And listen, knockouts, when you start moving up in weight and getting older, you know, I'm not surprised when they don't come like that. I'm seeing if they got, oh, there we are, interview. Let's listen in.
Career. How happy are you with how you fought?
I'm very happy. This was expected. I knew that I was the better fighter. All respect to Madrimov. We knew what kind of fight it was going to be. He's a tough opponent. He was there to win, to prove himself after a loss against one of the best in the world. And we just want to show that we're the best at 154, and we say yes to everybody.
You had to deal with a lot of movement from Madrimov early on in this fight. What was the key to dealing with that movement?
Stay patient. Not overthrow. It's something that I've learned over my years in boxing where I put everything in one punch, but I knew that I was going to have to be smart and pick my punches.
When he started to trade with you in that second half of the fight, when he get a little bit desperate, what was the key to there?
Just to stay composed, not to get overexcited because I get excited. I love to fight. So just stay composed and just do what I do best.
You're now a top guy at 154, unquestionably. What do you want to do next?
I just want to fight the best. Everyone who Turkey gives me, I say yes. She can ask him himself. I've never ducked anybody, no matter what anybody says.
Got to give him props.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, you got to give him props for taking this fight. You know, listen, I'm sold. I'm sold. 23-0 with 21 KOs, 26 years old. WBC interim champion Sergey Boychuk. You think he should run that back? I mean, look, these are some quality wins right here. Yeah, Tomas Delome, Frederick Lawson. McKinson has kind of aged a little bit. Kavalaskis was a nice, solid win. Maurice Hooker at the time, Sammy Mar. But as you can see, by far, Madrimov, you know, is the best win of his career, in my opinion. Especially the type of fighter that Madrimov is, where Vergil Ortiz had to be a thinking boxer. He had to be a technician regarding going in there and having to cut off the ring on this dude. Because let me tell you, Madrimov was doing a lot of dancing, a lot of moving, and you can see that Victor Ortiz. They were doing that during the broadcast all night too, calling Victor Ortiz. But anyway, you can see that he had to do a lot of work, like mentally, and you started seeing him getting frustrated to the point where it looked like he didn't have a plan. But then he came out round number 5. That was it. You know, you could start seeing the tide turn, and then there was some body shots. The second half of the fight, which Vergil Ortiz controlled, by the way, you can argue that Madrimov had a good portion of the first half, and Madrimov the second half, which is the 115-113 card. And you can tell Madrimov was really starting to have significant issues with stamina because his legs got stationary, and he had to become the boxer to stand right there in front of Vergil Ortiz. And then guess what? That's Vergil Ortiz's playground. You know, so you started seeing he almost got points taken away because he was doing a lot of pushing. Israil Madrimov, that's a sign he was getting fatigue. You know, at one point in time, he damn near tackled, this was in the 12th round, tackled Vergil Ortiz outside of the ring. So, let's see here. Sebastian Fundora is going to be fighting in a few weeks against Charles Conwell on regular PBC on Prime Video. Terence Crawford is the WBO interim champion, but to be very honest, after the Canelo fight, I doubt if we see him fighting again. Bakhram Murtazaliev, we got to see what he's doing. He's with a dying promotion, main event promotion, not with Kathy Duva, not the main event broadcasting company over in Australia. So I will not be surprised if he ends up a Saudi fighter because that's where the money is. And also he's an Eagles Clemus fighter. And PBC don't got the money for Bakhram Murtazaliev. He's the IBF champion. Jamel Charlo, we don't know what he's doing, but I will not be surprised if we see Jamel Charlo versus Sebastian Fundora if Fundora beats Charles Conwell. Fundora was supposed to fight Errol Spence, but Errol Spence, he ain't coming back, wasted everybody's time, and Fundora could have got a fight with Terence Crawford, but look, he went on to fight Israil Madrimov. So now you have Vergil Ortiz, who is another mandatory for Sebastian Fundora, and the walls are closing in on PBC fighters because now, in order to get the big money, you got to go through the Saudis. So look, the walls are closing in on my guy, Sebastian Fundora and his team with Samson Lukovitz, who's I think he may be in attendance with David Benavidez in a couple of fights. So by the way, let's go look at the card. Here we are. As you can see, phenomenal card so far. I'm rating the card A for $25.99 compared to what we're going to be paying $79.99 for Gervonta Tank Davis versus Lamont Roach. This has been a phenomenal card. Ajay Caballel in the fight before this knocked out Zhali Zhang body shot. Colin Smith beat the shit out of Joshua Buatsi. However, Buatsi's got a chin. You know, he got the dog in him. But the amount of body shots that Buatsi took, you know, it was a beating. And now you got Vergil Ortiz, who got a clear-cut decision over Israil Madrimov. Let's see what people are saying. Do people think that he got robbed? So far, everybody, you know, they think he won. See, this was the comment laughing my ass off. Crawford fans lost betting on me machine, now Madrimov. Okay. But yeah, that was you know, as I was saying, it was 2 different fights that they fought. Damn, this card has been moving. You know, Crawford fought like more of a technical fight, you know, mixed it up with Madrimov to where Vergil Ortiz, he went out there trying to dominate. You know, it was and the scores were right. He didn't win in dominating fashion, but he closed the fight out and won. He won. You know, no doubt about it. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. Follow me on Twitter at TstreeT Controversy. Links to my social media are down below in the description box.